How y'all doing this morning, man? It's cold this morning, man. Oh, man. It's really cold. Just remember one thing, bro. Just remember one thing. The haters are always watching you, man. Just remember that. You know, sometimes I go into the bathroom of Starbucks and I take my time in there, man. You know, I brush my teeth, wash my face, put lotion on my face because, you know, my face gets ashy. You know, maybe I might like wash up a little bit, wash in between the cracks, you know. And then, you know, the manager of the store one day come up to me and say, "Hey man, you taking too long in there. I'm getting complaints of you staying in there for too long." I said, "Okay, I'll keep it down." He said, "Man, keep it to like 10 minutes. Because sometimes you be in there for 20 minutes and shit like that. That's too long." I was like, "Damn, bro, you know, you been watching me, bro?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know how long I've been in there and shit like that? I'm like, man, I know you be watching me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the only one that complain about it. The other employees don't complain. You feel what I'm saying? They don't say nothing to me about that. You know what I'm saying? And they also praying on your downfall, man. They hope that you stay alone for the rest of your life. That you'll never have a woman or a companion ever again, you know? There's always some haters somewhere, bro. They praying on your downfall. They watching you. And shit like that, man. Just hoping that you fail in life, bro. You feel me? Don't let that happen, man. You feel me? Don't never let it happen. You know, don't let the haters be right. Prove the haters wrong, bro. Succeed in life, bro. You know what I mean? You know, have a good life, man. Have a good sex life. You know, have a good dating life. You feel me? Don't stay down forever. Because the haters, they're always watching, man. No matter what you do, man, there's somebody out there that's going to hate you, bro. It don't matter. Everybody's not going to love you. You know? Everybody's not going to like what you do. Today we fasting again, man. And we working out on an empty stomach. No Rockstar. No pre-workout. None of that. Success is the best revenge, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, success is the best revenge. And please don't ever be single for 27 years. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if we do it, that's your fault. You know? It just lets you know that you failed at life, man. 27-year guy, he failed at life. Yeah, he's going to the grave of failure, man. Even worse, he's going to old age of failure. Because he failed to have ambition and drive. You know? God damn, it is cold out here, man. It's cold out here. Motherfucking shit. You feel me? Woo. We gonna keep this live stream short. It's too cold. You know what? And the haters, man, they praying that you don't get a girlfriend. They praying that you don't get a woman. You know, they praying and hoping that you stay in your situation forever. And they you know, they not happy like them. I mean, they don't want you to be happy like them. You see, the manager at the Starbucks, he got a woman, bro. He married. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I go in there and I jack off. ain't nothing wrong with that. I be getting freaky with myself. With Pamela. I be getting freaky with Pamela, you know. You know? But I'm like, that's easy for you to say, bro. You got a fucking woman to go home to. You got a wife. You got kids to go home to. You are procreating. You're doing something that a lot of motherfuckers can't do. You know what I'm saying? You trying to raid on my parade? Fuck you, nigga. You got a woman to go home to, which is better than being single and struggling to get a woman to go home to. You see, I've been struggling out here to have a woman to go home to. You feel what I'm saying? And you got it easy like that, partner? Man, get the fuck out of my face before I wear well on your ass and your own fucking family won't recognize you, motherfucker. I will pummel you until your fucking face just turns black and blue. I don't give a damn, bro. Get the fuck out of my face with that. I go in there, I do what the fuck I want to do. As long as I come out. Fuck out of here, man. With your watching ass. You counting the minutes that I'm in there? Like, motherfucker, I know you're watching. You always being watched. There's always a hater somewhere watching. Like, motherfucker, you got a home to go to. You got a wife to go to, nigga. You know, I don't have that. You got something that I don't have. You know? I gotta work 10 times as hard to get what you have, man. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta have my shit completely together. All the way together. It's my alarm clock. I got up before my alarm clock this morning. I went straight to sleep when I got to the spot. Wasted no time. You got what you need, bro, at home. So don't come up here in my face. If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be jacking off. If these bitches wasn't so fucking stingy with the coochie and holding the coochie hostage, I wouldn't be jerking off. I gotta jerk off. I gotta masturbate. I'll go crazy if I don't. At least once every other day. Gotta take care of myself. I gotta stay healthy, man. I ain't got a bitch around to fucking suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? And give me some coochie. You know what I'm saying? It's so goddamn competitive out here, man. You feel me? You know. It was so much easier when I was younger, man. Because nowadays it's getting a little harder now. It's hard. You still attracting them, but it ain't like what it used to be, man. I used to have women come up to me, bro. Approach me, you know. Fucking hot. Fucking cold out here. My nose is watering. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you got a woman to go home to. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come up to my face, bro? Fuck out of here, bro. You always been a hater. I can smell the haterade on you, man. I can smell it on you. He pretends to be cool, man, but I know he's not. You know. There's this one dude, this one incel that's in there, bro. He walks, sliding his feet across the floor, blood, and it makes noise every time he walks. He walks like he walking, like he got a house shoe on, bro. It's like every time he walk, it's like, tss, 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 tss. I'm like, bro, you need to pick up your feet when you walk, bro. Why you slide your feet like that? And all the females, you can see the expression on their face, like, ew, look at him, look at the way he walks. Boy, man, some dudes are completely finished. I swear, bro, I put that on everything. You know, some dudes are completely finished. Yeah, he's an incel. I can tell, bro. He's sub 5. And he's walking down, bro, like a female wouldn't deal with that, bro. That'll get on your fucking nerves. Because I know it gets on my nerves, man, for him to walk like that, bro. Like, bro, pick up your feet when you walk. Why do you slide 1 foot or something? It's like, I don't know what he does, bro, but, bro, he got 1 foot sliding on the ground, bro. It makes noise when he walks. It's like, tss, tss. I'm like, dude, come on. And then he walks around like it's okay, and everything is just normal. Nah, bro, you making noise when you walk. That's annoying, bro. It ignores the fuck out of me, bro. That you walk like that, you know. There's quite a few incels in that Starbucks, bro. Every time they come in, bro, they alone, man. I'm alone when I go in there, man. But I got females recognizing me when I go in there. These guys are invisible. You know, I seen that, man. Like this guy, this incel guy, they don't go over there and say hi to him, man. There's no female walking by talking about, hi, Kale. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just these dudes are invisible to the world, bro. Like, that's what sub 5 is, bro. Dudes are straight up just invisible to women, bro. And they're not gonna procreate at all. They're not gonna have girlfriends or nothing, man. You know, not by a long shot. You know. These dudes don't understand. They gotta work 10 times, 20 times as hard You know what I'm saying? To get what Chad and Tyrone get, or what just any normal man get. You know, my mother, she didn't even like sub-5 men, bro. Like, she was with a sub-5 man because of his money. You guys know who that is? John. You know, John was a sub-5 white guy, balding, in his late 40s, and she was in her early 40s and shit like that at the time. And she did not like him, but she liked his money. She liked to spend his bread, you know. You know. But my mother would never settle for like a guy that she wasn't attracted to. You know, like a sub-5 guy, she would never have settled for that guy, you know. But because he had money, she dealt with him, you know. That's why I say you sub-5 guys got to get money. That's the only way women will deal with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way women will deal with you, if you have money. You know, a sub-5 guy without money, bro, that's a death trap, bro. You feel me? You know, that's a death sentence, bro. Like, you gotta work on yourself, man. Like that guy said in the video that I watched like a couple of nights ago. He was saying, nah, you can't afford to be poor, because it was a short video. You know, a guy was talking about being short. He was talking about being 5'6". He was like, no, you can't afford to be poor. You can't afford to be broke. You can't afford to be fat. You got to be gym maxed and all that other stuff. And, you know, he's right, man. A lot of guys, they can't afford to be like that. They can't afford to be broke. And this guy who slides his feet across the floor, he's broke because he went outside and got into an old-ass Acura or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, went outside and just hopped into a beat-up Acura. So I'm like, yeah, dude, if you sub-5, you can't be out here broke. You can't have no accomplishments. You're going to spend the rest of your life alone. I'd rather have gold diggers around me, bro, than be by myself for the rest of my life, jacking off until the sunset. You know what I'm saying? At least you got options, you feel me? At least Kevin Hart got options. At least Tyrese, being sub-5, has options. You know. You know. That's one thing you need to understand as a man, is that if you are lacking in a lot of things, like height and looks, well, height is part of your looks, but I'm just saying, if you are lacking in looks, you have to have money. You know, there's no if, ands, or buts around that shit, bro. Or if, and, buts about it. You know, it's just like you just cannot be slacking in that one area and then slack in another area and then slack in another area. That is a recipe for disaster right there, man. You feel me? That's why you have to be disciplined with yourself, man. Like me, I can't afford to be fat. I told you how women treat me when I'm overweight. They don't like it too much, bro. Boy, because this society is obsessed with looks. I'll keep telling you motherfuckers that, bro. Your appearance is everything, bro. How you look, how you dress, your body fat percentage, all that shit matters, bro. You feel what I'm saying? All that shit matters. You do not want to be fat in this society. You know what I'm saying? You will get body shamed. You will become an incel. Like this one guy, man, I can't believe he let himself get like that. Like his head and stuff is normal, and then his I don't know, his chest is normal, but then when it comes down to his hips, he's like an elephant, bro. Damn, he let himself get that big, bro. Best believe no female is crossing his path saying hello to him. It's like, bro, you lost all kinds of discipline, man. It's like, man, you get punished when you lose discipline, man. I get punished when I put on weight. Women will punish that ass. They close their legs and don't give you attention. You know? What's up with it? You know? Yeah, because men can't afford to be fat, bro. Men supposed to be strong and built like a bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, men are not supposed to be fat. Women can get away with being fat. What's up with it? Worley, I'm gonna call you 210. Shit. 210. Men cannot afford to be fat, bro. Women can. Women can afford to be fat. They can afford to have double chins and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They could be fat. You know? But society sees us as the builders and, you know, and the creators, and we're not supposed to be fat. We're supposed to be fit. You're supposed to stay at low percentage body fat, or else they'll body shame you. They'll talk about you bad behind your back, and might talk about you to your face. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll talk about you to your face. That's why you can't be slipping up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I had a bunch of fat on my face, bro, I had every single female dissing me, man. I couldn't get a date. I couldn't even get a conversation with a female going. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. You know? So, you know, women can be fat. And you gotta remember, bro, we are not women, we are men. There's a difference. We get treated differently in society. Like, we're not accomplished, or we're fat. You know what I'm saying? Look at He Succeed. He's so fat, he can't get a woman, bro. He can't even get another fat woman, bro. That's how bad it is for him. He can't even get fat women. Because fat women don't have to settle for like fat men no more. They got the dating apps. You know what I'm saying? He Can Succeed is sub 5 and fat at the same time. Do you think he cannot, like, do you think that he can afford to, like, be broke and struggling? No. You know what I'm saying? So until he get his bread right, bro, you know, he will always be struggling. Hold on 1 second. This shit is fucking... This fucking shit is buffering, man. Yeah, he can't afford to be broke or struggling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you guys don't want to get out there and chase that bag, because that's what's going to free you. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to free your ass. For you not to chase it, it just shows how lazy a lot of niggas are, man. I guarantee you, bro, that 8 years that passed by with He Can Succeed, you feel what I'm saying? He could have been out of the situation by now. You know what I'm saying? Instead, he didn't do nothing with his life, bro. You know? All he did was collect pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now he put on weight, but he didn't lose the weight. He need to start fasting. That's what I'm doing right now. You know, so I could drop my body fat percentage. It gives me a better chance at dating. You know, food is. I just gave the birds a sandwich somebody gave to me. Somebody gave me a sandwich. I didn't want it, man. I'm just not hungry right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford to be fat nowadays, man. You can't afford to be short either. You got to do something about that. You can get surgery and get your legs done, man, and make yourself taller. You'll be getting more coochie and everything. I done heard cats say they didn't want to do that. Okay, well, you know what, bro? We living in an extreme world. You know what I'm saying? You got to do extreme things just so you can keep up. Sometimes you got to take it to the extreme. Take it to the extreme. You got to take it to the extreme sometimes. You got to do extreme shit if you want to survive. If you want your genetics to survive. You feel me? You know? You can't be like that 27-year-old dude, bro, or the 27 guy, bro. The 27 guy. You can't remain single for 27 years. If you don't get on the back chase, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. Never to experience a woman in your presence or love ever again. You won't have a good sex life. You're just going to suck for the rest of your life. You know? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good day, man. The haters be watching, man. That's what the stream was about, okay? Always praying on your downfall, always watching you. Just prove them wrong in the end, man. You feel me? I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out. I'll be back on later when I leave.